seen him last year.
Finally, a tripod that's bigger than the camera. I knew it was going to happen. We'd like copies of everything you record, except for those of you who are recording them for home. I don't know. We know the difference. I don't care. I archive them for my great-grandson and my grandchildren. Yeah, right. Why, you think I'm lying? I've been playing these for 50 years. Been living on them for 34. They're about finished. 2 more years at the most. I hope. I may never get in tune. Ha! Ha! I have never been in tune. You know what I say? Too late.
I can't see. Who's that?
All the tunes we're playing, all the songs we're playing, Jim wrote. There we go. Over the last 40 years. I wrote this song a few months back. The idea had been on my mind for a long time. I wanted to do this for a long time. I made 3 separate attempts at it. And this is the one that worked. I couldn't figure out how to make it work. What I wanted to do was I wanted to sing the Declaration of Independence. That's what I wanted to do. Because the Declaration of Independence, I'm sorry, I'll say this in public, I'm not impressed with the Constitution. I'm not. I'm really not. But the Declaration of Independence gives us the legal obligation, not just the right, but the legal obligation to overthrow the government whenever it needs it. It does. It does. And that to me is a very interesting document. So I thought if I could set it to music in some sort of way and I could go around and sing and I could get into some of them country western barbecues, right? So they got Merle Haggard up. I went to one of those outside of Eugene. There was a Merle Haggard gig. I'd never been in something like that before. I mean, it was barbecued. Spare ribs, corn on the cob. You know, there's Merle up there. He doesn't do anything longer than 2.5 minutes. All of his songs are real short. He's got the voice of God. If you could have deities, there it is right there in his throat. He's an amazing singer, and this is like real white people's rural Americana family life, right? It was amazing, and I'm standing there watching this. God, the band he had was great. You know, he's an enormous pothead. He is. I know somebody that did demos for him, and he's a major pothead. You can tell how stoned he is by how long it takes him to tune up and whether he looks at his other bandmates or not. You can tell how stoned he is. But I mean, that's the real thing. And I thought to myself, what could I sing if I got on that stage? Because we're all in this same shit, right? And working people, I mean, I do this, he does that. People that sign up every day and go to bowling, you know, drive trucks across country to make sure that I have food in the grocery store. These people, they feel it. They feel the same stuff I'm talking about. They feel it probably more than I do. So what could I sing that they would agree on, that we could both agree on? I thought I'll sing the Declaration. And it goes like this. Let me add into it. I gotta add into this. The difference between Jim and I gotta just tell you this. I gotta tell you this. I was in the Navy. He wasn't, right? But I just have to tell you this. Let's talk about smarts here. MTV called me not too long ago, a couple of years ago, less than a couple of years ago. And I kicked in the speaker, the gal, I said, you know, I say it like this, yo. The gal answered, she says, the artist, the Spoon Man, you know, she was looking for management. And I said, yeah, you got it. She didn't know for sure she got me or not. All she knew for sure is she got some kind of company that involved me. She says, well, I'm so-and-so from MTV. I said, oh, you know, I tried to hide the excitement. I said, yeah, well, you got an artist. So we went on with the greeting for a minute, or at the most 2. And then I said, well, what's the project? And she said, what's a Western thing? Or she might have said country Western, but I think she said no. She said, well, it's a Western thing. And I said, well, I'm not really Western. Conversation lasted at the most 1 more minute. I guarantee
years, Jim would have never said.
My country has been stolen and I ain't lying down. I'm going to make a lot of noise. I'm going to spread it all around. I will not be the meek one sit back and bite my tongue. I dare somebody tell me not to sing this song. Because these are some big words that we all learn in school. Words to build a country by or give notice to a fool. I took the liberty to rhyme them all, be easier to sing. Maybe it'll help make the pendulum swing. Because this is my declaration. It's your declaration too. So let's live up to it. See what we can do. Yeah, let's see what we can do. We hold this truth to be self-evident. And that means that everyone can see that we are all created equal. Yeah, and that means that you are just like me. We're certain unalienable rights. And that means that they are ours to keep. Like life, liberty, and happiness. Oh, don't it make you want to weep? Now to support these rights, we institute our governments. They get the powers from us. They govern by our consent. And should any one of them become destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish them. That's what it says. And this is my declaration. It's your declaration too. So let's live up to it. See what we can do. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Course of human events, time has finally come to where you bandit governments, your race is almost run. These words were written more than 200 years ago. Catching up with history moves so slow. It moves so slow. Governments should not be changed for life or transient cause. But when abuse and usurpations become the rule of law, it is the right, it is the duty of the people to respond. To throw off such a government and move on.
Yeah.
This is my declaration. It's your declaration too. So let's live up to it. See what we can do. This is my declaration. It's your declaration too. So let's live up to it. See what we can do. Yeah, let's go out and see what we can do.